the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. The name means sixth element, a reference to carbon, the material this car is almost entirely made from. Lamborghini built 20 of them in 2010, each weighing just 999 kilograms. The 5.2-liter V10 produced 570 horsepower, giving it a power-to-weight ratio that most racing cars cannot match. The reason it cannot be registered anywhere in the world is simple. It has no emissions equipment whatsoever, no catalytic converter, no filter. Fitting them would have added weight, and adding weight was the one thing this car refused to do. The Ferrari LaFerrari FXXK. Ferrari did not sell this car. They retained ownership of it. For roughly $2 million, a selected group of existing LaFerrari customers was invited into Ferrari's XX program, an arrangement where Ferrari stored, maintained, and transported the car to exclusive track events, and the customer showed up to drive it. The FXXK produced 1,050 horsepower from its hybrid powertrain, and its aerodynamics were so extreme that no road certification was ever considered. Ferrari later introduced the FX XK Evo, which added 40% more downforce. Both versions exist entirely within Ferrari's custody. The Aston Martin Vulcan. Aston Martin was honest about what the Vulcan was from the moment it was revealed in 2015. A track car, nothing more. Its 7.00-liter, naturally aspirated V12 produced 820 horsepower, and the aerodynamic package was designed around downforce without any concern for efficiency or noise. 24 were built. Each buyer was required to complete a driver development program before driving unsupervised because the car genuinely demanded it. Years later, a company called RML Group developed a road conversion kit for the Vulcan, a process that took 18 months per car. A handful of owners chose that route. The rest kept theirs exactly as Aston Martin intended. The Koenigsegg 1.6 were built. The name described the car's fundamental engineering principle: 1 horsepower for every 1 kilogram of mass, a ratio that had never been achieved by any production car before it. The twin-turbocharged 5.0-liter V8 produced exactly 1,340 horsepower in a car weighing exactly 1 man, 340 kilograms. Koenigsegg developed specific tires with Michelin for the 1.1 because no existing tire could handle what the car generated in the United States. It cannot be driven on public roads. Koenigsegg never sought certification, and the 6 owners drive theirs at private track events where the car can actually operate near its limits. The McLaren P1 GTR. McLaren built the standard P1 as a road car. The GTR was what happened when they removed every constraint that road use imposed. Power rose from 903 to 986 horsepower. Downforce increased to 6 and 60 kilograms, more than the car's own weight. The interior became a full racing specification with roll cage, 6-point harness, and fire suppression. 35 were built. Like Ferrari's XX program, McLaren offered structured coaching sessions at circuits around the world. Several years after production ended, a company called Lanzante converted a small number of P1G TRS into road legal machines, an 18-month process that attracted more attention than any other conversion in recent memory. The Mercedes AMG 1. Mercedes built this car around an actual Formula 1 engine. The 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 hybrid power unit is with relatively minor modification, the same engine that won multiple world championships between 2014 and 2021. Making an F1 engine function in daily road use took years of engineering work, adjusting the cooling, the fuel system, the idle behavior. 275 were built and sold. In the United States, none of them can be driven on public roads. Mercedes stated directly that meeting U.S. emission standards would have required changes that fundamentally compromised the F1 powertrain character, and they chose the engine over the market. The McLaren Speedtail. McLaren called this a Hyper GT, a car built for covering very long distances at very high speeds rather than setting lap times. The central driving position, borrowed from the McLaren F1, placed the driver in the middle with a passenger on each side. 106 were built. Top speed was 250 miles per hour. In the United States, the Speedtail cannot be driven on public roads because the central seating arrangement prevented side airbags from being installed in the positions American regulations require, and the digital cameras replacing conventional mirrors were not accepted under U.S. law at the time. McLaren accepted show or display status in America rather than alter the car's fundamental architecture. The Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro. The standard Valkyrie was already developed with Adrian Newey of Red Bull Racing and already pushed the limits of what road certification allowed. The AMR Pro removed those limits entirely. Power rose to approximately 1,100 horsepower. Aerodynamic downforce reached over 2,000 kilograms at speed, more than double of the car's own weight. 25 were built. None can be registered anywhere. Owners complete specialized training before driving one, and several have described the experience as the closest available approximation of a Formula One car without holding an FIA super license. The Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2. Ferrari's Icona series was built as a tribute to the open-top Beretta racing cars of the 1950s. The SP1 seated one person. The SP2 added a passenger. Neither had a conventional windscreen, only a narrow curved deflector designed to redirect airflow over the occupants' heads. The 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 produced 810 horsepower. Around 500 were built across both versions at approximately $1.7 million each. In the United States, the open-top design without a proper windscreen fails safety certification requirement. Ferrari made no attempt to modify the cars for American roads. Buyers knew this before they signed the order. The Pagani Zonda R. Horatio Pagani built the Zonda R as his company's first deliberately track-only vehicle, a car that shared almost no components with the road-going Zondas. The naturally aspirated 6.0-liter AMG V12 produced 750 horsepower and revved past 10,000 revolutions per minute, making a sound that tracked day witnesses described as genuinely alarming. 15 were built. In 2010, the Zonda R set a Nürburgring lap time of 6 minutes and 47 seconds, a record for non-racing production-based cars that stood for 13 years. It cannot be registered for road use anywhere because it was never designed to be the Revolution variant, of which only 5 were made. Push the same formula even further.